It's time to dive beneath the surface and into the minds and hearts of your favorite celebrities and pop culture icons. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Hi, guys. Welcome back. And okay, I've already had a day. It's been an interesting one. I was watching the Bachelorette finale and I was in tears. But I have two special guests here today who always make time. And if they don't have the right time, we find the right time. So I just want to say I appreciate them so much. I also appreciate all of you guys in the live chat, the mods, everyone who's already here, Amy C, Ghostly Gamer. Guys, if you are entering in the room, go ahead, smash that like button. Show some love. And with that, I'm going to bring up both Miriam, who today is K1 Visa rep again, and also Kempire. Hi, Miriam. Hi, Kempire.
What's going on?
Hey.
Hold on, let me fix my camera. I didn't even realize I was that high up. There we go.
How are you guys?
Fantastic. How are you?
Good. It's been a minute since we've done one of these 90-day recaps.
Rightfully so. Rightfully
Yeah.
so.
No, I agree with you, Kempire. I feel like for a second, things were moving at like a pace. I was like, well, if I can't cover it with you guys, like a lot of times I don't like doing my lives by myself because I like having an open dialogue or conversation. And, you know, while sometimes I used to a lot of times bring up just random callers, and I still love doing that. I haven't for a while because unfortunately, sometimes everyone is not as prepared to come on the live. So their mics might be a little bit shoddy or something might happen. And then I feel so bad. I don't have the heart to be like, I'm sorry, your mic is not working. I have to take you off. And it just makes me feel like shit. So I appreciate you guys.
I do it.
No.
I'm like, sorry, gotta let you go.
I'm like, sorry, I gotta go, bye.
Listen, it was like I watched it twice. It was a lot.
This was a lot. Okay,
a lot.
so Miriam, since you watched it twice, and by the way, you always look beautiful, but you look especially beautiful today, so I just want to comment on that. Kempire, you always look great, and I love it. Okay, and you're not playing Robin today, so that's great.
Oh my God.
I just want to ask you, I'll start with you, Miriam. If you had to rate this episode, this was our season finale, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That's right. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if you had to rate our season finale 1 to 10, what would you give it?
Well, for me, it's a mixed, like the way it made me feel afterwards is a 1, but it made me watch it twice, a 10.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're a little all over the board. All right, Kempire.
Yeah.
Not a 10. I'm sorry. I have to take this episode along with the entire season. I've been saying the season is trash. It really was trash. And this last episode, although it was, I had to think to myself, like, okay, now I understand why it was the finale, because they had this big blow up. But my overall rating, because the entire season was trash, they're going to get a 5.
A 5.
Yeah.
Well, if you average my
generous.
scores, it's close to you, like 4.5 or.
Okay, I would have to give it a 7. Honestly, listen, I was talking to Angela Dean right before this, and I've been getting a lot of shit about supporting her, and I have to say too, yes, I've been getting a lot of stuff about supporting her because people say that she is very abusive. I have this damn cat that is trying to get into the room, guys. 1 second.
Let her in. Let her in.
Oh my
She likes to be a part of the fun. Let her in. I mean, other things are out the bag from this reunion, so why not let her in?
Okay.
I'm still traumatized.
She's in here. All right.
I know.
Vesper? Okay.
It was crazy.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so no, when I was talking to Angela, I said, can you come on? Can you say hi for 2 seconds? And she had something else going on, but she's always so supportive of, the channel and everything. So I just appreciate her. And watching her on this episode, it wasn't her storyline that got me the most. The storyline that probably got me the most was the Elizabeth, Andre, Chuck, Charlie storyline. And I was reading some of the comments and people were like, this looks so pre-produced, this fight. And I'm like, are you kidding me? This is probably one of the scenes that did not look pre-produced to me. I really didn't find it to be pre-produced at all. Kempire, you're laughing. Did you find it to be pre-produced?
So pre-produced. And this and the dad. I'm going to have a heart attack. Please.
Wow.
Kempire, this was not real to you?
Oh my God. I almost came dressed as him today. I just did not have the time.
Okay, you got to stop coming dressed as people because
I
you,
love it.
unfortunately, you can't half commit. You fully commit, and then you take on their persona. And if I have you crying on here, I can't do that.
I just cried.
Oh my
I'll be
God.
you. Okay.
Okay. Can I say something about this?
Miriam, please, we know.
Listen, I feel like the dislike is real, but the scene was totally like invoked. If I don't want to say pre-produced, they clearly do not like each other, but they all have a common goal of getting as much real estate as possible in the show, and they succeeded in that. My point is, to be honest with you, I answered your poll like Andre is at fault more, just because he's not the blood son of Chuck. Because for me, both of them are horrible on their own, and not because I hate both, that I like seeing them fighting. And then the woman and I started fighting like it's like I don't know why they had to do that at the finale. The disagreement could have been like it has always been over the business, and they can disagree harshly, but civilly. They don't need to go to white trash trailer level. Like they said that. They said that, not me. They said that.
Well, and you're watching this episode. Thank you, Jason. Jason just took the cat.
Hey, Jason.
We're watching this episode. Jason's like, I got to get back to work, man. Nicole M, LMAO, the dad. Love seeing all three of you. Thank you, Rosa. It was real, Pam. Okay. They just want to be. All right. Air pets for the kitty. Okay, we see you. And Amy AC, reality actors. Okay, what I have to say, and guys, smash that like button on the way into the room. When I saw Charlie's wife sitting there slapping Andre on the head, you can see it because I went back and watched it. She's smacking him on the head, and then all of a sudden, Libby pops off and she's like, look, you little. I was like, oh no, girl, you're about to get thrown in the pool. That outfit deserves to get thrown in the pool. And I know I can't talk much on it because I'm not a fashionista over here. But
I can.
She would have been thrown in the pool. I wouldn't have been mad at it. This whole thing, though, had me all over the place because we're watching the episode and we knew this moment has been a buildup. It really has. I mean, we've been waiting for it. We didn't know when it was going to come. We've been, we've seen it in the trailer. We knew it was coming. But honestly, TLC, I have to say you did us dirty by putting it as the finale. I get it, but you did us dirty because you had to build up the whole time.
They did us dirty this entire season. All of the fake fights and pre-produced parts and the boring couples, they did us dirty this entire season. Throw the entire season away.
No, see, I'm excited for the reunion. I think the reunion is probably what saves the season.
Let's hope. Because remember the 90 Day Fiance reunion, the Tell Nothing that we love to call it, didn't do much. We got little bits of stuff. I mean, Angela's showing her, okay, I'm traumatized still.
Yeah, I know. Me too. Oh my God.
Thank you for not using the other photo.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that to my girl, Angela.
Listen, back to the fight before we talk about the tell-all. I feel like I don't falter Charlie's wife hitting Andre, although I don't condone violence. But when I see someone hitting my husband, I'm going to try to help. So, and it goes back to the way it started. Like it started like Libby got outraged by her sisters telling Andre to shut up. Meanwhile, he only directed speech towards them with derogatory words like bitch, like F this, F that. Like, come on. It's like she doesn't look what her husband brings to the table, but she looks at the rest of the family. And, it was just like a disaster to happen. It was the perfect storm. And it is pre-produced, but I feel that really the feelings are real. This is why I understand some people thinking it's surreal and some people not. Back to that person saying reality actors, I would say realty actors, just to play on the real estate theme.
Okay. Well, And watching it too, I think that, again, we know this was a buildup, but there is a little bit of hypocrisy here because, Charlie has been, not Charlie, but Andre has been called out of his name. He's been called a couple things by the sisters. But then when he gets in the car on the way to the cookout, he's like, your sisters are little spoiled B words, and like calling them out of their name. And even though she corrected him and she's like, please don't call my sister that or sisters that, it really is a little bit of a hypocrisy because she doesn't have the same reaction. I have to say this, like when it comes to my family, I'm kind of the same way, except a little bit more harsh. Like Jason and I, we have a mutual respect and understanding. I will never, no matter how I feel about anybody in your family, I will never call them out of your name. And please don't do mine dirty that way, because if it comes to that point, we're going to have a big problem. And that's family. You have to protect your family. Even though you're with your loved one, you can't, there has to be a certain level of respect. If that's how you feel, reserve those feelings, especially if you have cameras in front of you, there's a GoPro in the car, keep that shit to yourself, because it's going to be on national television, and words are something that you cannot take back. Once you put them out there, or once you type something into Twitter, once you put it on the internet, it's out in the world, and it's not, you can't get it back.
It's the only way to earn self-respect. Libby is setting herself up to be treated continue to be treated by Andre the way she has been. When she doesn't give value to her own family, where she came from, where she has been with before Andre, when she lets him do that, what will make him think that she's any different at any blow up that they're gonna have? And believe me, I have experienced it, like it's bad. She's setting herself up for extreme disrespect, more than we have witnessed already.
Okay, before we move on to the next couple, I want to ask both of you. Kemper, I'll start with you. Whose fault? And mind you guys, Charlie did come in and say somebody called the cops, and he came in hot. He did come in hot, but he didn't come in putting his hands on anybody. So you have to look at it both ways. But Kemper, we'll start with you. Whose fault was this altercation?
Did you not see? I had to rewatch the fight. It was Charlie who reached out and touched first. Yes, Andre stood up, but it was Charlie who reached out first. Look, I love the fact that this is why I love you both, because you both like to believe this pre-produced situation, but they're all in on it. They're all in on it.
Rightfully so. They're trying to get paid.
I agree.
And we're talking about them, which is fine.
I just said that.
Yeah, no, you did say, but there's a little part of you that believes it. There's a little part of you that believes it.
But I believe that they. No, I believe the feeling that they dislike. I believe that they really, really dislike each other, but they all have a common goal of having the most airtime as possible, and hopefully, scoring a spinoff. So they're all in it.
Honestly, part of me now doesn't believe the fact that they were able to come together as a family and say, we're going to have this pre-produced situation, says to me there's some love there, because they're all making money off of this. So there is love there. So I don't even know if I even believe that they don't like each other anymore.
Yeah, okay. They didn't call the cops, which proves your point, Kempire. And ours here. We believe the feeling they don't like each other, but the common goal, they're following the money. They love the money, so they will come together. For me, if I were to believe that was real, but I don't, I think just the fact that Andre got up and already was like, he was being aggressive, talking to Charlie. So when he got up, Charlie, yes, he was the first to reach out, but that was defense. He wasn't the one walking towards Andre. Andre was walking towards him. And yes, Charlie reached out first. So here, it's not who did it first that is at fault. For me, both of them are, but I cannot stand the entitlement of Andre. So for me, Andre is the one at fault, because it's not his family business. He's a bonus in the family. And he needs to know his place, and you know what, and earn the respect of the others. That's
okay.
It. But
Can I ask you guys this, though? Wasn't that the longest fight of your entire life?
So you're saying this was the longest fight of our entire life?
It felt like it went on and on. I was so like, oh my, what is happening here?
Charlie was trying to serve us dad bod.
Even longer than Portia and Kenya's fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
listen.
no, and I want to say to Amy Martin, Libby talks about her family too. I do want to answer this. Yes, listen, if I vent to you and I'm like, my brother's being such a X, Y, and Z, and then you're like, yeah, your brother's a real, I'm like, excuse me, that is not your brother. Do not talk about my brother like that.
Exactly.
Janae said, Andre lost his damn mind telling the dad, you have to choose your children or me,
Yes.
like third by. I get that. Amy AC, y'all got to remember Charlie was mic'd first by a producer, right? Yes, they are mic'd before they come into the house, but that doesn't mean necessarily the producer knew what he was going to do, but maybe they did. Also, dear Dana, yep, Charlie was ready for a brawl.
Hey, Dana.
And then, hi, Dana. And then right under Dana was Sandra Lampkin. Andre should not have stood up or talked to Charlie. Okay. No, one thing I do want to point out is they do have what it takes to have a spinoff.
Oh,
and I'm going to say this. I have to say this. Hold on. Give me a second. Kim Pie. I know you're not going to come at me after wearing a headband pretending to be Robin for an hour.
I just threw my headband at you.
You gotta give me a second real quick to explain. Guys, smash that like button. But for this family, if you're going to give Darcy and Stacey a spinoff, the family Chantel a spinoff, they're already showing the sisters are you know what? We're going to hold on. Wait, just listen to me or hear me out. Sorry, not listen to me, but hear me out. The sisters are like, we might go do our own business. Can you imagine a spinoff where Chuck starts to support Andre and they start moving forward in this business thing together, but then it leaves the rest of the family like trying to figure out in a competing business, like this is what we're doing.
Terrible actors.
I don't think this was acting.
I believe the family Chantel. I believe Karen's crazy. Even Stacey and Darcy. I do believe Darcy's a little off the. I think there's a lot of pre-production.
I need to defend my sisters. I need to defend my future daughter-in-laws.
Oh hell no!
Don't say that. Don't wish that on your life.
Listen. Oh, I'm joking. I love Darcy and Stacey. I feel like they are what Family Karma is in Bravo. It's a feel good. Wait.
You better really figure out what you're saying here with this one.
They never like attack each other. There's always resolution, and they're funny. They're self-deprecating. I feel like they have like the daughters. There's longevity there. They're friends. Oh my God, I love their friends. I love the dad, and I love the dynamic of the family that they have. I really enjoy Darcy and Stacey, and for me, they are the gold for TLC. So no one comes near them in my book. I love them. You never.
The family Chantel. I have to say, I've been watching. I love a Darcy. This season though feels very pre-produced. I don't believe
I stopped watching after the second episode halfay through.
Yeah, I'm not loving them this season, but the family Chantel. Season 1 and season 2. Karen's crazy. I'm sorry, you can't bottle that.
Well, and we've already seen photos surface of them filming at airports, and they're filming. So I'm sure that episode's going to be coming soon. With that though, I don't want to give all of our time to the Pothast family.
Yeah.
That's such a fun last name, the Pothast family. Before I bring up another caller, one of our favorites, hi dear Dana, I'm going to bring you up in a second. I do want to talk about Kalani and Asuelu really quick. So Kalani and her family, they invited Asuelu's family over for White Elephant. Now, White Elephant is a game that we play in my family. We have 50 or 60 people. Everybody brings fun stuff. My dad always brings the worst gift and thinks he's hilarious, and it's just stupid. And it pisses everybody off because everybody else spends money, and then my dad just buys dumb stuff. Anyways, yeah, like Drew Sidora. My dad is Drew Sidora. Yes. But, with this family, Asuelu decided to give a blanket and say that he wants another baby. That set off his mom and Tammy. And I kind of agree with Kalani's mom when she said, I think that they came here with a motive, and I think that they were just waiting for their moment to pop off. Well, in one breath, Asuelu was like, I'm done with them. I want to kind of be here for my family and my kids. And then in the next moment, after smashing shit, he, takes Kalani to the side and he says, I want to be there for my mom. I want to fix this. So I think what we need to do now, especially since your parents are selling the house, is move to Samoa. And you're not a true Samoan woman. So now I think we should move there. You should learn how to be a true Samoan woman. We're going to farm our food. You're going to learn how to speak the language. You're going to let like 10 more kids walk out, and it's going to be good.
Well, another pre-produced scene. They knew this was going to happen. The cultural clashing values are real, but they knew this was going to happen. And to be honest with you, like, okay, what is next? It's always the same thing: the caveman mentality against the enabling American girl. I don't know. I'm over them, to be honest with you. I really am.
Well, and one thing I didn't understand here was Kalani and Asuelu, you guys were looking at nice, expensive homes at the very beginning of this season.
Yes.
We're looking at these beautiful homes, and then all of a sudden your parents are leaving you in a rut and you don't know what you're going to do. Where are you going to live? What were you doing with the realtor? That was it. Literally just completely invalidated their whole storyline. I was like, that just shows how fake that actually was. It kind of was annoying. The only person I'm here for in that part of the family or that in those characters anymore, Colini and Tammy. I just want to watch them. Aside from them, I'm good.
Did you guys, I mean, not just the last episode, but the week before episode when he grabs up his sister and pulls her up. First of all, she didn't even lunge towards anyone. I was like, this is so fake. This is so fake.
So freaking fake. So
I have to bring up another opinion. Dear Dana, I hope everything, well, I'm sure Dana has a YouTube channel, so I know her mic's going to work. Hi, Dana.
Hello.
How are you? It's been a long time. I miss you.
I know. I miss you guys too. I miss you, Adam.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
All right. So good. How are you?
Good.
All right. Well, I need you to chime in. How are we feeling about this storyline?
Well, I know that they were looking at apartments before. There's a difference in looking and planning and dreaming and being forced to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you kind of think, well, I'd like to do this, but I'm not quite ready to pull the trigger. And then it's like, oh, damn, I got to.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. You know, I mean, I think honestly, to put it in the most real perspective, I feel like that's the situation that Jason and I might be in the moment. We're currently renting, and I would love to have, you know, like a big, beautiful house and do all of these other things. But those things take time, and you have to plan, and you have to save money. And as soon as, like, if I had this apartment complex look at me and they're like, sorry, you got to get and get out, I'd be like, I don't know where I'm supposed to go.
I mean, the stress is real.
To worry about.
Yeah, but did you guys pay attention when the sister said, how much did you pay for the house? This was the moment that they should have fessed up and said, this is not our house. So they made us all believe that they are paying. They're like Dorothy and Candace situation, at least. But I was shocked when
I didn't believe that they owned it.
I never believed that they owned that house. Hermine, Ghostly Gamer, does anyone know what serious car accident Asuelu was in? He was driving for Uber, and he was in a car accident. So that's I think the most we know, unless anybody knows anything else. And then also I want to bring up this one really quick. Alexis, Tammy has major problems, but in good reality TV.
But that still probably is her nature.
Yeah, I think so.
That she's, you know, willing to, like the bad girl in the streets that's always going off on people and ready to fight in a gang.
And she's ready to fight Yara at the tell-all.
Yeah, but Tammy, one day Tammy is going to get Charlie. Like, you can't just continue to walk through life and threaten to beat people up, because one day, and I learned this growing up with brothers. Like, my brothers used to always tell me, like, your mouth is going to write a check that your ASS cannot cash. Like, somebody is eventually going to pop you. And then at like 13, 14, I just kept my mouth shut. I was like, I can't fight. I don't want to fight. I'm good. So for Tammy, you need to just chill out, sister.
My dad used to say that to my brother.
Miriam, you paused for a second. Oh, you're here.
Am I back?
Okay. Yeah. See, Dana, I think that goes back to that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's like a good old Southern saying.
Yeah. But I do think that's her nature, and I do think she has a cross to bear with her, period.
I agree.
And it just comes out bigger when she's in front of the screen, so she can show that she's a Billy Bad, you know what.
Yeah, I agree. Well, there's another couple here where you felt like one of the participating members of the couple felt like they were a Billy Bad, you know what. Thanks for that. And this scene kind of shocked me. I think it shocked me more because we saw the trailer for the reunion, and we hear that this person has been allegedly hooking up with the cameraman. I just wanted to bring up Tiffany and Ronald. Okay.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Tiffany is still in Africa and she is with Ronald, but after Ronald kind of loses his, Tiffany decides that she is going to walk away. He takes that as a complete sign of disrespect. And he's like, if you're going to walk away, then you're good. I'm good. You're good. Pack your and get out. I'm going to throw your luggage over at you. Take it, get out. I don't need you in my space. And then he proceeds to tell the producers and the camera people that she has had the kids for long enough. It is now his time. She's not leaving Africa with those kids. I was thinking in my head, if I were you, Tiffany, I would keep my mouth shut until his mom got back with those kids. I would get my kids. I would wait for him to feel like, oh, okay, I'm going to go take a shower. I'm good. I would load my up and I would go to the airport and I would fly out because I would never have somebody threaten me and say that you're keeping my kids. It wouldn't happen. And I feel like for Tiffany, you need to be in survival mode right now. Because I feel like you're just pre-produced.
He's threatened that before, so I wouldn't even went back to South Africa from the times that he's threatened that before. I'm like, wait a second.
And you don't even wipe after the diaper because you're afraid. And I don't know what this would be like. I don't have a baby, but he says with the girl it's different than with a boy. He's not comfortable cleaning up a dirty diaper. What are you going to do with taking charge of the kids? That's not. You don't want that.
Okay.
And the son isn't legally his. And when I was watching this, granted, she's not perfect and has made mistakes. But if he is acting like this out of the gate, it is only going to get a million times worse. Get out.
And if he's doing it in front of cameras.
Yeah.
And in the morning, like that just shows you this is not. Listen, we see a lot of reality TV personalities and they pop off after a few drinks, something like that. Okay, we've seen that. But in the morning, this is how you wake up. This is how you're reacting. Okay. There's kind of a scary element to that.
Guys, pause here. For me, Tiffany in this relationship, she's the same as the justice system in the United States. Meaning, she just wants to set him up for failure, which most likely he will. She knew who he was when she married him. She knew who he was when she had sex with him with no protection and she brought the baby. This couple makes me mad because kids are involved. I'm here team the kids. For me, Tiffany and Ronald both are at fault the same. She knew who he was from the get-go. She had thousands of red flags, but she was in it for the show, for the money. She wants him to succeed, but he just got out of jail. So he doesn't have a real job to support you the way you want. And he was right when he said, you have help in the United States. It's not all on you. She has her family, her mom is almost like a living nanny for her. So she is, no, wait. I feel like she's putting all the blame on him when she knew who he was. I'm not saying he's a good person. I am not saying that. But I feel horrible for the kids because she is as much guilty as he is in my eyes. She provokes him. She knows what triggers him. And she knows the reaction she's going to get for the cameras.
No,
I disagree.
No, I'm with Dana. Hold on, Dana. Why do you disagree really quick?
I'm not saying that she doesn't trigger or provoke him at times, but no woman would stay with a man just to be on camera when she has little kids to protect, period.
Why did she?
Well, I also think real quick to piggyback off of what Dana's saying, and I'm sure Kempire has opinions because I see him over there with those pursed lips, like ready to go. I see you, Kempire. But I think that, even though she might know or feel like he's a certain way, I think we can all attest to this in some capacity. When you get in relationships, before the point that you decide to walk away, if you see somebody and know that it's toxic, especially if you have a kid involved with them, you're like, maybe I need to fight for my daughter and try to make this work. Or maybe there is a better you and we can get there. Maybe, I feel like that maybe does exist and it's a toxic maybe, and it kind of keeps you around because you're hopeful. And sometimes the hopeful keeps you pushing. Go ahead, Dana.
Before I was in a bad first marriage and I had a handicapped child, okay? And I'm a therapist, and it was a bad marriage. I should have known better. But before I walked away, I wanted to make sure I did everything possible on my side to try to remedy the relationship before I walked away, so I would not have any guilt.
Me too. I did the same thing. I did this, and I went to Lebanon once with my kids, and I was like scared to death that my kids would be kept there. That was my last try. I'm not faulting her for that, but he was, like my ex-husband, he was never a drug addict. He wasn't a gambler. So if I was naive enough to think that I could change him, maybe, but she knew him from the get-go. He was just out of rehab before they got married. So like, I just like, I cannot think she is innocent in this and she didn't play a part. I just feel like with kids, if she wants to make the marriage work, it's gotta be only her and him in the most secure place ever, which would be the kids not around. She's putting her kids in jeopardy. It's Africa, it's South Africa. There's not laws like they have here. And the common culture is more in his favor than in hers. You know
but listen, when someone has had an addictive personality, okay, and they're trying to get better and they want a relationship or whatever, they can be very charming and very convincing to let you know that they're trying to do better, that they want this, that they're loving, that and put on the best possible show. So in the beginning, she saw all the good things in the very beginning. Okay. And you could be hopeful.
But can't we all say that about everyone that we've dated? And all of a sudden, later on, we find out, oh, wait, you're not as great as I thought you were.
I mean, I've never gotten pregnant and given birth to a baby and then had to be stuck in that situation.
Exactly.
So I can't.
Yeah.
But
exactly. That's my point.
There are millions of other women that can relate to Tiffany. I don't think Tiffany's acting as if she can't, she has no role in this. And I also think some of the things
she is.
But look, I think that some of the things that Tiffany is saying is also prompted by the producers. So we're sort of looking at her. Why is she bringing that up? Why is she acting that way? I think that's also part of the producers asking her to bring those
I do agree with that.
I agree with that. But didn't she say, I'm the blessing in this man's life? I am not wrong at all. Like, come on. She has to be accountable for her part.
I don't know that. Did I hear her say that? I don't think I heard it.
She said that.
Did she say that?
In the therapy session, she said, I'm going to start this by saying, I'm a blessing in this man's life. That's how she started. Like, and then when they were fighting out of the therapy, she was telling him, yes, I wasn't wrong. You were wrong. And, you know, she is not wrong at all. She is above. So this is where, like, she doesn't give him even the flexibility of maybe, you know, I might mess up, but I'm trying. You know, she's not graceful in that. She's almighty. I'm here, you're there. This is exactly, watch back. She said that on camera. I watched it twice.
Okay. Well, with that, I want to keep it moving to the next couple because we do have a couple more couples to go through. And we're probably not all going to agree on all of them, which makes it exciting to have a panel. Kimpire, I'm going to start with you because I feel like we left you out just a little bit on this last one. So I'm going to let you go straight in on this next one. How do you feel about this?
Why you have to start me with these? This boring.
We know how he feels about that.
Intentional.
They better not. They shouldn't even brought them back for the damn tell-all. That's
Why?
how boring they are. They are so boring. Look, I get it. It's a real life situation, but they're boring. They're pre-produced. Oh, let's go to the stripper, to the strip club and blah, 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 blah. That was so like, I was like, come on, 90 Day. Like I wanted to throw my shoe at the TV, but I was like, no, that's my precious TV. I'm not going to mess up my TV. They are boring.
But he genuinely loves the strip club.
He genuinely loves the strip club, but why did she say, oh, let's go? And then when you get there, you're like, come on, please. I was so bored with them. I get it. The baby's cute. Moving on. We gave them that much screen time this episode.
And you know, just to be fair, one, I have to say the MVP out of this whole situation has to be Mama Gwen.
The mom.
Yeah. I like her.
I do too, especially because, you know, again, I always mention my own personal situations, but at the end of the day, like if Jason and I, God forbid, get in a tizzy, my mom is like, Jason, you're wrong. And I could throw the biggest fit and she's like, Jason, you're wrong. And I'm like, okay, Mom, you can't do that. You have to put Jason feels like there's no safe space because you just tell him he's wrong. And for Gwen, Mama Gwen, she's like telling Jovi, my son in this moment, he needs to grow up because I'm watching this. And, at first I thought maybe Yara came here with ulterior motives, but that's not the case. And I do have to say too, when Kempire said, why did we give them this much screen time? I don't know if you guys noticed, but we had no Brandon and Julia on the finale. And I feel like that's
happy.
Yeah.
Why waste the finale with that boring couple?
Oh my God, Kempire. But that's what we had the whole season. We have to work with these people. But back to Yara, like she got mad at Jovi when he started blowing kisses to the stripper. It's if she accepted, like in Atlanta, they all go to like the housewives. They say that's a common thing for married couples to go to strip clubs. Maybe this is where she caved in to go. Well, I never been to one. But my point is, I think he pushed too much the envelope. He was really just like, oh my God, throwing kisses to the stripper. And, she had a baby. She used to have a perfect body. Maybe she has like some,
perfect body.
She did have a cute body, Kempire.
I said that. I said she still has a perfect body.
Oh.
Yeah, but in her eyes, she still has, because it takes a while to go back to where you were before. So maybe she has some insecurities there. So this is where we should be more like understanding of Yara, and the mom to say she proved me wrong. Oh my God, that woman.
Yeah.
I love that.
MVP.
Me too.
I love that.
And I can agree with that too, because, like Yara's sitting there and she's like, I just gave birth, and she's probably feeling a certain way. She's recovering. Her body's recovering. That's a whole 9-month development. And I can't even pretend to understand what that feels like. But if I look in the mirror after having the Snickers, I have body dysmorphia. So my whole point is I can definitely see.
Adam, I'm so glad this is virtual because I would throw my shoe at you.
Don't waste your computer or your TV screen, friend.
Back in the day, I'd go to the male strip club with my girlfriends, but they didn't take everything off.
Listen, in West Hollywood, we go to the Abbey, and they sometimes took everything off. I don't know what anyways, that's a whole different thing.
I've never been to one.
Oh, the gay bars in West Hollywood, that's a whole different topic.
It was called Lemon Peel in Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta.
Well, we have pythons
really
in Vegas. You can use your imagination on that one.
But like I said, the men didn't take everything off, so that was cool. I didn't want to see that thing.
Yeah, me neither. All right, so keeping it
swinging in the breeze. I
hope it wasn't cold in there.
Okay, Bolo.
I hope it wasn't cold. All right, so with that, guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. I want to just change the direction of where we're going, because right now we're talking about pythons and we need to talk about TLC.
I thought we were just talking about pythons.
No, not today. That's a different show. That's on Kempire's channel. We're going to go over there for that. No, but we're going to go into the reunion, and I want to start off by just ending off with the other couple that was featured on this channel, and it was Angela Dean. Now, I have read so many messages, and I'm not even lying. I can post them. I wouldn't put anybody on blast, but
you should.
No, I can't.
Well, no, don't put them on blast, but you should show the messages, just the messages.
Yeah, well, I could do that and just blur out their name.
Yeah,
I've gotten so many messages on Instagram, and they're like, Adam, I just want to let you know I'm unsubscribing to you because you support Angela Dean and your team Angela, and I think she's abusive. Okay, one, I don't have any personal relationship with Angela Dean. This woman, I don't know her. I don't know her. Do I think that she's great for reality TV? Yes, absolutely. Do I think she turns it up for the cameras? Yeah, she was on the Jerry Springer Show or Maury or whatever it was. I don't know. But she knows what it takes to be on reality TV, and she delivers that. Whether it's the laugh, the ripping somebody a new one, she ends up kind of giving us a moment every time she comes onto the screen. So it's not that I'm necessarily supportive of who she is as a person, but I find it good reality TV. I do, and I'm not going to lie about that. Now, in this episode, we see Angela, and she brings her daughter Skyla to this doctor's office where they're looking into IVF, and she wants to know, and she wants Skyla to know the process of getting one of her eggs and doing IVF. Now, after learning that this can kind of potentially harm your body, change something with your body, affect your body. Yeah, that,
suddenly she learned that. Suddenly.
Yeah, suddenly she learned it. Maybe that is not the route that she wants to go, especially only because it's really Michael who's pushing for the baby. Now, I know that Kim Pyre is like, this is just a storyline.
Oh my God. This is the last time I come on this channel. I'll see you tomorrow.
If this is the last time you come on my channel, you can just invite me over to yours.
Exactly.
You
okay.
I'll go there.
This week.
But
you have grown.
Well, where was I? Oh,
okay.
Yeah. Trying to retract an egg. A leg for an egg. That's what we're trying to get. A leg for an egg. So she wants one of Skyla's eggs. Skyla has made it very known. I am not giving you an egg, Mama. Not giving you an egg. And she's let her know. And finally, it seems like Angela's getting the hint. But fast forward, because we don't really need too much information from this storyline. It wasn't that big of a deal for the finale. It honestly wasn't the most interesting. Sorry, Angela, if you're watching. I was just enthralled with that whole Andre thing, and I was fast forwarding until I could see the rest of the brawl. With that, we know that the reunion is coming, and we know a lot of stuff is going down. Did everybody here see the trailer for it?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so we all saw the trailer. Since we're talking about Angela, how did we feel about this moment?
Oh my Lord, have mercy. And
it was okay. I mean, look, just to backtrack on what you were saying, Adam, how people think that you support Angela. Look, we don't support any of these people. We talk about them on our channels. Just because we might like what they bring to a show doesn't mean that we would like them as friends. So just let's be clear on that. And I have to say, look, I've enjoyed Angela this season just because it was a terrible season and she probably was the highlight. But seeing her act the way that she acted on the tell-all, it was just like, okay, Angela, you're just doing too much to get attention. I didn't like it.
It. Welcome to the light, Empire.
I think that she wanted, though, honestly, I feel like in that moment, she's like, look, I just got these done. She
Jerry
gave us a little
Springer.
Dr. Yosefo.
It was a Jerry Springer moment.
She just wanted to, I think she wanted to show the good. She's like, I just got some work done. I put a lot of money into this, and I'm going to share it with you.
From what we could see, it was good work. It was just like, it was too much. First, it was very disrespectful to show that to his aunts. And I honestly don't believe that they're signed on with any shenanigans like this. We'll be on the show. But that to me was very disrespectful.
I agree with that. And
can I say
Ghostly Gamer reminded me that I forgot about Mike and Natalie. That was an easy to forget about. So I apologize, Ghostly Gamer.
What did forget? No,
we're gonna talk about Puglia. Puglia.
Oh, not Puglia. Natalie left Mike and she ended up going with her friend. I feel like we've been wondering, where did she go? We know that she went to Seattle. What actually happened with her? And now we know that she went with her friend. I do want to say, if I were Mike, and I had the friend walk in and ask me, and I'm just that guy. And I can be like, if I feel like I'm being stepped on at that point, I've checked out. If Natalie's friend walked in and I was Mike in his situation, she's like, can I use the bathroom? I'd be like, no.
Oh, yeah.
You're taking my wife, go back home, use the bathroom there, get out of my house.
I'd be like, go behind the barn.
Yeah. I'd be like, go find Uncle Bo.
Let her use the bathroom. You would let her use the bathroom.
No, I wouldn't. No, I would not. No, Kempire, trust me, you don't know me outside of this YouTube world.
No, I've interviewed you, so I've heard some stories.
Yes, I would not let you use the bathroom. If you step on me and then you come in and I feel some sort of way, whether it's, legitimate or not, when she comes in and she's like, you'll be okay. You have a good job. You have looks around, suddenly she looks at the house and says, nice cat. And then she's just like, you'll be fine. And if you ever need me, just call me. I'd be like, get out of my house.
Are we not going to talk about the big elephant in the room that this woman's in love with Natalie?
Yes. So
is that how we feel?
Yeah.
Yes. That's what I was.
Has this been confirmed?
Listen, I am telling you,
Adam, are we watching the same show?
I feel like she
is in love, or if this is maybe cultural. Like maybe she's just a really good friend.
I can
No, she's in
confirm.
love.
I can confirm. I can confirm.
Why?
That scene when they were on in the bed, and the way she was hugging Natalie. Natalie was okay, and she wasn't okay. She was like doing that. That was so uncomfortable. I feel like she fantasizes about like Natalie. She is lonely in her marriage. I feel it in my gut that she is in love with Natalie, and she helped Natalie, like she's helping Natalie because of ulterior motives.
So the twist to the story is that yes, she left Mike, but she left Mike not for another man. She left for Julia.
Exactly. Are we done talking about Angela? Because I need to say something about our
Oh, no,
family.
no, no. We'll get back to Angela, but I just
Okay.
wanted to know what you guys thought about this really quick because our dear friend Ghostly Gamer,
Yeah.
right here, the cat wants to play with the rat.
Oof.
Yes. I
Definitely
agree.
in love/lust. Thank you, Ghostly Gamer. She brought up the fact that I forgot about Mike and Nat, and I did forget about them
okay.
only because I thought it was easy to. But anyways, we know that Natalie has moved on with her life. They're not together. Mike is going to have to pay some sort of whatever financial situation for the next 10 years. Good luck to you both. We'll see you
She
at the
really
reunion.
came here for the green card. This is one that really came here for the green card because at first she thought when she was still in Kiev, she thought that she needed to get pregnant to lock him. She was trying to have a baby with him. Then when she comes here, it becomes that she keeps bringing up that you almost didn't get married to me as if she didn't do anything. But then he got married with you. She is another one that's like she's just setting him up for failure, and she is weird. She is really. I'm scared of her. Can you
They're both
imagine?
weird.
Can you imagine in the dark with Natalie, like her eyes coming at you like that? I would choose Puglia. Puglia,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I think Tapuya, I think that, not the rat, I think that the lady she moved in with, that Natalie is a comfort because they're from the same area. And I think that she did fall in love with Natalie a lot because of that. So it's convenient for Natalie to move in. She can still be married. They can fool around when the husband's away. The mice can play.
I agree.
I like that.
Yeah.
I see what you did there. That was clever.
And that is the spin-off. Next season, it will be Natalie and Julie.
No, we don't need any more of them. I don't want anyone from this last season to come back. Only one that can come back, and I hate to say this, because Adam, you're gonna get all the hate, which is okay. I want Angela to come back with Michael, but I need her to be in Nigeria.
No.
Okay.
No.
But it says that online it says she's dating some guy
in Kentucky.
But she's married to Michael, so it doesn't matter. She needs to go get a divorce in Nigeria. I need a season of that.
Okay. Well, ABAC said Mike has a son, right?
Oh.
No.
I've never heard that. I also want to bring up this Renee Rod. Sorry, my contacts are blurred. I'm having a Jen Shaw moment. Second time Mike's wife left him for another woman. And then Jackie Jackson said, Mike treated her so badly, though. Are we forgetting?
Yeah, that's true.
No, I also think that he treated her badly. I think that he was very entitled, and he felt like, I'm American. You should be so lucky that you're here. You're lucky I even brought you here. I offer you this life. I give you Uncle Bo. You get a rat. You get a cat. You live here. It's good. It smells like mildew. It's fine, though, because you're in America.
He did treat her bad. Yeah, he was cold.
Yeah, he was cold.
But I'm sure, look, I'm going to play devil's advocate. I'm sure there's a lot that we didn't see. One of the things that he mentioned when he blew up multiple times, he's like, I've given you so much. I've tried multiple times. We tried to celebrate Christmas. I gave you Christmas gifts. You bring them over to this woman's house and give my Christmas gifts to them?
Exactly.
I mean, he's not innocent. You know how I feel about Mike, especially when he gets into that high-pitched voice when he's mad. But I have to get this. How this ended up is just ugly. It's just ugly. I think Natalie could handle it better. She walked in that house lying, making it seem as if she didn't come to the pack and leave. She's like, oh, I just, she gave me this suitcase. Natalie, become a woman and tell him that you're leaving him for another woman.
Exactly. This is the thing. She threw the ring at him. Do we forget that? I feel like she was the one thinking she has the upper hand. She wants to change what he eats. She was into fitness, that I don't see her working out anymore. Like, and let's just go back to the scene that Julie, she asked him to go to the bathroom. That shows character. Mike has character. He let her use the bathroom. I wouldn't. So
I would have let them use the bathroom. I'm like, go ahead. And then when she comes back and she tries to talk to me, I'm like, no, you should go.
No, you're not going to go release your bodily fluids in my bathroom after you just stole my wife. No,
my wife.
No.
She's an
innocent.
Wait, she's an innocent party. She really is an innocent party.
Innocent, my ASS.
No, but he's not seeing what we're seeing. Remember that.
I think he might be.
Did she clog the toilet? That's what I want to know.
Miriam.
I wouldn't want her stuff in my house. That's bad juju.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
Get out of here.
Well, no. Miriam, you asked one question, and I'm going to go ahead and change up the subject. You said you had one more thing to say about our good friend Angela Deem.
Okay. Well, Angela, hi. Don't me, but you are coming off. The A in the adjective that I use for you is not American. You come really arrogant, aggressive, and you're entitled. What you can do, Mike cannot do, or else he would be 7 feet under. You went to the doctor alone. Meanwhile, he couldn't go to the doctor without you on the phone. So I feel like, tone it down, girl. Tone it down, girl. You're good TV, but you're turning people off. Here, this guy, he was your biggest fan, and I never heard him say that, he's traumatized. You didn't need to do that. I'm over her. I hope she doesn't come back, because unless she tones herself down, because she can be endearing in the scenes with her daughter, with her grandchildren. You don't need to be aggressive. Why are you doing this? And I want to see her caught on camera cheating on Michael, because she went to the doctor's birthday party, and and she's okay with that. But would Michael be able to do the same? This is where I'm not Team Angela at all.
But come on, let's be real. In other heterosexual relationships, we see the hypocrisy when women say, "Oh, you can't do certain things, but if I do it, it's all right." Look the other way.
And also, just to be fair, I don't think. Actually, I'm going to reserve my thoughts. Go ahead, Dana.
If they get married, like in Nigeria, but they come back to the United States, is that marriage legal here in the United States?
Yeah.
Unless it's certified. No, they need to certify, take it to the embassy, and there's paperwork that needs to be done.
So they can technically remarry here and not worry about divorcing there. That's what I'm asking.
I think it depends on the country. Not every country you have to do necessarily the paperwork.
Yeah, no, but in their case, they are married here because she started the process of bringing him as her husband. But what I mean is that if you get married in another country, if you don't certify it in your embassy, it's like you're not married in your country, you're married in that country. And it applies to divorce as well. But in their case, she's trying to bring him as the husband now in immigration. So yes, they are legally married here.
So that's how Simon Gobadi is able to get married here and have wives.
Exactly.
Why do you have to do that?
Allegedly.
Well,
it's what came to my mind.
There's trouble in paradise. I saw another picture of her with someone else.
Oh.
Wait, Amy AC said so Tiffany can get an annulment?
No, it's too late for her to get an annulment right now. They have a child together, and it's been years that I think there is a timeline that she can apply for an annulment, but they've been married forever, and now this is another one that's trying to bring him here to the United States. So there's too much invested in that to have an annulment. Maximum that she can get is divorce.
Thank you, Amy.
And could you get an annulment when you have a kid?
Well, my next question is,
no, you
when
can't.
he was talking all of this crap when, Ronald was, and you said that, your situation going back to Lebanon, my question is, could Ronald, if he really wanted to call his mom and be like, drop off the boy and take my daughter, and I want you to drive away and go somewhere, and then wait for her visa to expire, could he legally keep that daughter in South Africa without,
If he files that she's taken my daughter out of my consent, without my consent, he can stop the travel, at least of the child. He can't stop Tiffany, but of course Tiffany won't leave the children behind. So I would think, but he can stop her from traveling if there's no consent and he fights legally for that. Okay, I digress. So I started dancing.
Out over there.
So if he files legal paper and he says she's taken my child away without my consent, he can stop her from traveling. That's yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to go around the room really quick, and I'm going to ask what everybody's looking forward to most from the reunion. I'm going to go, and I'm going to start. I'm going to go Kempire, Dana, and then K1 Visa Rep, and then I'm going to speak on it. I'm going to go from the bottom to the top over here. Okay.
Here's the thing. I didn't enjoy the.
There's always a thing, by the way, with Kempire. Go ahead.
Say again?
I said there's always a thing with Kempire.
You know what? I'm never coming back. See you tomorrow. No, so here's the thing. I didn't love what I saw from the trailer when it comes to Angela's behavior, but I'm only looking forward to her commentary on everyone else's relationships. That's part of what the tell-all that we love, is that these messed up relationships are commenting on other people's messed up relationships. So I'm looking forward to her commentary on everyone else's relationship. Everyone else, please don't bring them back, 90 Day Fiance producers. Thank you.
Whoop. Okay. All right, Dana.
I do not want to see boobies, so I'm going to try to do what I can to not look at that. I do want to see what's going on with the Swelu and Kalani, and I do like seeing when the other members comment on each other's situation. That's the best part, like Empire said.
Yeah. Okay. My turn?
Your turn.
Yeah.
I think they should retire Angela from the show and put her on Pillow Talk. And I'm not saying that because of her age. I'm not. But she would be great in Pillow Talk. Sorry, be shady, saying I'm not shady. That's me. I own it. For me, the theme across the board is pre-produced. Everything was pre-produced, and this is what I feel like when the show they try to milk the stories out of the couples. It's all pre-produced just to stop when they come here or they go there, or this is what's turning people off. Angela, go to Pillow Talk and night.
No, oh my gosh!
Not shadier than anyone.
Okay.
Yes.
Next time.
Yes.
Next time Empire brings me on, I will put that as my name.
Well, I have to say,
I love you, Mary.
before I say what I'm most excited about, Amy AC did ask another question. So, does Tiffany's daughter automatically have dual citizenship?
Yes.
She was born in the U.S., right?
Oh no! Yes, you're right. She was born here. No, she doesn't have dual citizenship.
She could. I think every country is different. Certain countries, there's certain paperwork you have to fill out. There's a certain process, but every country is different because we have a different relationship with every country.
My husband was born in Denmark, so he was a Danish citizen and a United States citizen because his dad was from the United States. But when he hit adulthood, because they did not tell him he had to file certain papers, he was no longer a Danish citizen.
Yes, correct.
Huh.
I was born in Brazil. I had a Brazilian passport. I don't know where it is. When I went to Lebanon, it disappeared. So when I went to Lebanon, I have Lebanese citizenship as well. So when I came to the United States, I didn't use my Brazilian nationality, of course, because I'm coming from that country. So I came here as Lebanese, and now I have U.S. citizenship. So you have to file the paperwork. My kids, if I find my birth certificate and I want to do my paper in Brazil, my kids who are under 18, I can still give them citizenship. But there's a cutoff age, and there needs to be paperwork filed. It's not automatic. It's not.
And in Jamaica, it's a little different. There is no age cutoff because my sisters just recently did it, and they're definitely not under 18.
Oh. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So the relationship between the country, it really depends on the relationship between the countries.
Also
Okay.
that also, yeah.
And
Like
I also
in the Middle East, doesn't matter where you're born in the Arab countries, you will always have the nationality of your parents, not of the country you were born at. Yeah, you don't, like, if I was born in Syria, but my parents are Lebanese, I'm Lebanese. That's their, so that, I don't know why. It's weird.
We take for granted that automatically we're born in the U.S., we're U.S. citizens, but that's
Right.
not the way it goes for around the world.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah.
Well,
true.
I want to say there's one more thing that somebody on this panel is taking for granted, and that's Angela D. Miriam, because she is coming back, and we've heard word she's already filming for a new season of something. Not going to say what, and I'm not teasing like I'm not going to say what because I actually know, because I really don't know. I just know that she's filming. So with that,
you in trouble?
Yeah,
I'm in trouble.
I honestly,
I'm kidding.
I don't know what she's filming, but what I do want to say is, Miriam, welcome her back, because it's not pillow talk.
Oh God! Oh my God!
When it comes to what I'm looking forward to most from the reunion, it's one of my favorites, only because she's a hot ass mess. Hi, Tammy.
Oh my goodness, it's brawl time.
I'm just waiting for her to threaten everybody, including Yara, even though I don't condone violence. But when she's like, I will beat you up, I'm like,
because we know it's not going to happen.
We know it's not going to happen. And eventually, like I said, you're going to get Charlied. And I'm waiting for Colini to do it. I feel like Colini's going to sprint across the reunion floor and just like mollywop her. Yeah. I don't know.
It'd be funny if one of the tiny girls,
football player.
Be funny if one of the tiny girls was blackmailed or something.
Gosh, and you don't know. Julia could pop off with something. We don't know. Yara could be like, I just gave birth, girl. Let's do it. I don't know.
Don't you think flashing her new twins was a pre-produced moment as well?
Oh yeah, like she's trying to get attention, and that's what I didn't love. I didn't love that.
Look at Shawnee in the background covering her face, and Skylar being like, "Oh, there goes Mama."
Oh.
This is terrible. And she doesn't look good. Like she needs to do something to her neck, so that you know.
Okay, all right.
Don't go in on my girl Angela like that.
No, it's better because now her face.
She has to quit smoking.
Neck, they don't look good. It looks old here. She's giving away her age.
So I don't know if they can do next things.
Yeah, they could do. Oh, listen, you go to Beverly Hills, they can do anything.
Yeah, she needs to call Kyle Richards.
They can make me look like Kylie Jenner. They can do it all.
You don't want to change anything, Adam.
You don't know. I have some hardships of my own. Okay.
Yeah, sure. We've seen your pictures in magazine covers.
Right, when I was 20. Now I'm 28. Things change.
Lord.
Gravity has gotten me.
8 years.
Things changed with this age. You look
okay, I'm not feeling the love here. So with that, I really do. All joking aside, thank you guys so much for joining me. Dana, I always love having you on, and I haven't seen you in so long, so this was really fun to have you back. I'm going to go around the room, and I'm going to have everybody say exactly where we can find them, because if you guys are in the room, go ahead, smash that like button. And if there's anyone specifically on this panel you want to go follow, you're more than welcome to, starting with Dana. Then we'll hit Miriam. We'll go ladies first, then Kempire. And you guys are on my channel, so I don't really have to say anything. So, Dana, go ahead.
Okay, you can find me at DearDana3 on Instagram, and you can find me at www.youtube.com/DearDana. I'm Dear Dana on YouTube. Whatever.
All right. K1B Rap.
My name always change, but not the fact that I'm not underscore paid underscore by underscore anyone yet. And I want to thank my 60 subscribers, guys.
Wow, you went from 10 to 60 fast.
Exactly. And thanks to you, to Kempire, to Dana. This is how people know me, because you guys are like so gracious and bring me on. And, I will forever support the three of you. And there you go. And Instagram, it's the same handle, by the way.
Thank you, Miriam, and thank you, Dana. We appreciate you both, and you both look beautiful as always.
Oh,
and if you guys want a special treat, Watch this.
No, I'm doing something very different. Everyone, you can subscribe to my Empire Daily YouTube channel. You're getting daily and consistent content there. I will be doing a 90-day Fiance recap at 5 p.m. Eastern. You all are welcome to join me.
And also, guys, go ahead and give Kempire a subscribe because he's almost at 30K.
Today?
So let's help get this channel up there and let's help it grow. I also wanted to say, this is like a little side tidbit. I just had to film this little commercial thing for AncestryDNA.com with Pops. And I was going through it, trying to edit it today. And there are so many bloopers where like, hey guys, hey everybody from Ancestry. And then his alarm goes off and he's like, shit. And I'm like, Pops. Okay, restart. Hey guys, thank you for watching. Everybody at Ancestry. He's like, I thought it was Amazon. I'm like,
I hope you showed that to us.
I'm like, should I give you guys the bloopers? Because then I start yelling at him and I'm like, cut. He's like, what does that mean? I mean, it means stop. And he's like, well, I'm not done.
You need to make it behind the scenes. You know, those scenes that are like mistakes. You have to make a clip of that. Oh my God. That would be cool.
Oh my gosh. I think I might actually do that just for a fun tidbit because I had him on and then earlier I was talking to him and he said, did you upload our Amazon video? And I was like,
and I think a lot of the subscribers would love to see him. So I think you definitely should do that.
Is there any way maybe you could do a live sometime that you could just put on private so we could just see him?
That's wishful thinking.
We miss him.
I understand everybody misses Pops, but I have to keep it. Pops is an unfiltered human being and we all love him. We appreciate him, but Pops just says what he wants.
Well, maybe a Zoom.
Yes, I'm more than happy to do a private Zoom with everybody. And he always says to me, like when I see him, he's like, so how's your YouTube show going? And I'm like, oh, it's really great. We got more subscribers. Yeah, well, you kicked me off.
Oh,
I'm like, Pops, I didn't kick you off. Like, I can't, sometimes I have to be careful, especially because, every day we grow and we get new subscribers and we're constantly growing our channel. So I can't have you say something that might not be translated, as well, and
he will be
like,
forever.
Oh, I take that as you kicked me off. I'm like, all right, Pops.
No, he will be Pops. You will be forever the pop in pop culture.
Yes, Pops. And Pops, we love you. And I'm also going to drop the blooper reel. And that way you can go on and comment below. I will try to teach him to comment on the Actually, I can't do that.
No.
Can't fire. I'll make him a fake account. That way I can filter it out. I'll make him a fake account so he can comment and then I'll filter it. Okay? I'll do that. Campfire? Yes, you're right. Pops, we love you. We appreciate you. Earlier, he sounded like me, or he's like, nobody cares about me. I was like, Pops, we do.
We could make Pops his own little YouTube channel.
And then, he made me kind of feel bad because he fell out of the bed last night. So then he said, so then he's like, I have to sleep in a chair. And then he's like, I asked him, I said, what are you doing? And he said, I don't know. Hold on. I'm going to leave the phone right here. And then he went out and smoked a cigarette and left me on the phone. I'm like, what are we doing? So now I have to go walk the dogs after this and I have to go call Pops, which I'm going to do. But,
bravo. That is a show. Bravo. That is a show.
Well, we need somebody on standby to put it on a 20-second delay. So every time there's something that comes up, they could go beep.
Why not?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. All right, guys. And also, I do want to say this really quick. I'm not in the business of just sitting on here and pushing merch all the time, but I am changing up the merch every week. I'm trying to do something fun with new housewife sayings. I saw that there were 5 of you who tried to get into the campaign for the, I'll tell you how I'm doing, not well, B-word merch. And the campaign ended. So I did repost that for 48 hours, but I do have an amazing collab who came on and made a graphic design of a new shirt. She did a Halloween version and a Christmas version. I think you guys are really going to love it, but I'm not posting it until Thursday. If you guys want to, you're more than welcome to join the campaign, support, grab the merch, and then wear it. And if you guys do buy the merch, because I think we've sold over 40 different pieces at this point, like Dana coming on wearing the merch, either call in, wear the merch, or send me a photo and I will post you guys on the channel. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Kempire. Thank you, Dana. And also thank you, Miriam. I'll see you guys soon.
Thank you.
See you
Bye,
guys for New York tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
All right, guys, make sure that you go ahead and follow everybody in that panel. And also don't forget to smash that like button. If you want Pop's content, I will post bloopers. I think it'll be really fun. Guys, I love you all. Thank you to all the mods in here. And thank you to everyone engaging in the live chat. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.